Hello boys and ghouls, it's Douglas here at Drumway Productions bringing you another Screaming Ghostface Collectors video. And this one's gonna be a scream.
This is a promise it's gonna be a scream! It's gonna be a scream! It's gonna be one hell of a scream.
While the last video we didn't feature a single mask, this video is kind of the opposite of that because this is pretty much just going to be covering masks. At least everything new in today's video is a mask. So the first piece in today's video is a piece that I picked up not even for myself. This is actually something that was picked up for a friend. Here we have a Generation 2 Poly Bib, because it's not a full shroud, Fun World Div Stalker Mask. Obviously guys, Stalker does not refer to every single costume mask. It's not talking about every single one that doesn't have the full shroud and has the elastic and the bib, but more so just the masks that were found in the Stalker costumes. So far, the most common obviously would be the Fun World Dev stamped Gen 2, like such. The Stalker costumes were also packaged with RDS style MK masks, as well as MK Squinty style masks, as well as the EUHN. Then after that, they started doing the Ghostface branded packaging, and obviously pretty much from there on to modern day, they've almost always used just your standard EU stamp mask. So yeah, this is a Generation 2 mask. Like I said, never had a full shroud because it is just one of the bib masks that came with a costume. I didn't pick this up for myself. I actually picked this up for John Plonsky because he's been looking for one of these to do a custom project with. Either a white shroud, a gold shroud. He talked about even possibly taking a 25th anniversary shroud off of a normal mask and putting it on one of these. However, with the scarcity of those and the price increase on them, unfortunately, I doubt that'll be happening. But still, I knew John was on the lookout for one, so I grabbed him this one since it was so cheap. Next up, we have a package from Fred Wahlberg, aka HHS Masks. Fred hit me up a while back, like many of you do, looking for a Gen 1, to which I told him I did not have any extras to spare, but I would keep an eye out if I saw any get listed. And I did see one pop up. I sent him the listing. It was a very, very cheap, reasonable price. He ended up picking it up, of course, and not too long after that, one of his Grail Michael Myers pieces popped up. So he thought to message me and offer me the mask that I let him grab, which I'm very appreciative that he did, and you guys will see why. Alright, and we do have extras, or at least an extra. Looks like he included a bloody, used sounding rod for some reason. Nah, I'm just kidding, guys. I know clearly this is a knitting needle from Halloween, which is pretty freaking sweet. This is definitely a prop I never necessarily thought about picking up, so I appreciate you sending me one for free. It will go with my Myers stuff. And here we have the main piece. I'm guessing by the little monologue before this, you guys could already figure out what it is. But here we have a Generation 1 mask. Very, very nice. Gen 1 Weeping Ghost. Very warped, and I love how warped it is. Really the only issue with this at all is that little stain there on the side of the eye. Other than that, really, really nice mask. Now something you guys may can tell, but probably can't, is what's so special about this mask. I really wish I would have had this guy like 2-3 weeks ago when I was doing the Scream 1 movie mask guide, because, like I mentioned in that guide, guys, Gen 1s were not just found on cotton shrouds. Some of them were found on poly shrouds, and this happens to be a poly shroud Gen 1. Don't know how well you guys can see, but obviously you can tell by looking at these flat streamers that this is in fact a polyester shroud. You can tell by looking at the mask it's a Gen 1, but it's not a second dimple, it's not the multi-dot, it's not a splotch. This is the small dot mold, so one of the hardest to identify because it does have one teeny tiny little dot up there at the top of the mouth, but I mean, hell, look at that nose. You can almost tell it's a Gen 1 just by the nose. I put a little poll up just to see who could guess what this mask is, and it seems that most people guess Gen 2, and I can completely understand why. With it being warped as well, it's kind of hard to tell, but most people just saw that polyester shroud and immediately assumed Gen 2. And to be fair, I didn't include any close-up pictures of the mouth, but That's why looking at those things are so important, because those tiny little details that you may not have noticed before can really help you identify what a mask truly is. So while this is a Gen 1 and a rare Gen 1 variant at that, it is not a Fantastic Faces. Any of these Polyshroud Gen 1s that have been found tagged have all been found tagged on Fearsome Faces tags. So there you have it. I guess technically this would be a Generation 1 Polyshroud Fearsome Faces. Obviously it doesn't come with a tag, so the tag type really doesn't matter, but so far that's all they've been found on. Alright guys, and next up here we got a package from Sean Vosmeyer. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly, but this is a trade that Sean and I worked out. This is a trade I'm definitely excited about, or at least I hope I should be. Okay, everything looks like it'll be alright. I don't think there's anything else in here. Nope. Alright. So here we have a vintage tagged Scary Movie mask, and as you guys can see, it is the What's Up mask. I've actually been trying to complete a full tag set of the original Scary Movie masks with the vintage style tag. The tags on these are so freaking sweet. I love that each version shows the different versions of the Scary Movie masks. And I actually plan to do a Scary Movie mask video soon, so I'm trying to get all these just to be able to show them in the video. So far I have the What's Up, obviously I do have a tagged smiley, and I'm pretty much just missing a stoned at this point. So if any of you out there have an extra tagged one of these or just have a tagged one you want to sell, perhaps trade, please hit me up. The way that this whole thing worked out was funny and the timing was impeccable. Literally, right as soon as I purchased a normal tagged Scary Movie What's Up mask off of eBay, like 10-15 minutes later maybe, Sean shoots me a message and offers me this one in trade. Of course I had to take him up on it. This one actually looked to be in a little bit better condition, but I noticed there actually were some tag differences in them, and looking at the masks, they looked a tad bit different. So that led me to believe, I think one of these is going to be an alternate mold mask, because if you guys don't know, there were alternate molds even for the Scary Movie masks. So, there you go. This one is an Easter Unlimited ink T-stamp. Hopefully you guys will be able to see that, but yes, there were normal versions of these and T-stamp versions. I'm not aware of any HN versions or any other mold factories producing these, but they at least did produce them with the T-stamp factory and obviously a normal factory. And I do believe the sculpts are just slightly different. The tongue placement's different, a few different things about the features. So hopefully once that other one comes in, we'll be able to give you guys some good side-by-side comparisons and see what the differences in these really are. Alright guys, last thing here, not a whole lot of stuff in today's video, so it shouldn't be super long, but I just wanted to show you guys this. In the last video, we unboxed and took a look at the metallic FYE exclusive Made by Robots figure, which is pretty cool. Thought that was pretty interesting. What I didn't realize is there's actually some differences from the originals. I don't know if the pink one's going to be different, maybe it'll be different than both of these, but I just wanted to show you guys this because I noticed it. Here's the original. A little bit different packaging, obviously, a little bit different box. For the most part, pretty much the same though. Now when I put the other ones side by side, keep in mind by the way, this one's number 8. Put the other ones side by side, look at how much smaller it is. The figure itself is smaller, the box is a pretty good size smaller. I really noticed it whenever I went to put them on display, so I wonder what the reasoning was for the change. I'm guessing perhaps how many they can fit in a box, you know, for packaging and shipping, make them a little bit smaller. You can fit more in a package to sell. I'm not sure entirely, but it does make me curious as to whether the re-release, like new run of these are small like these, or whether they're exactly the same as the original run. So I'll have to keep an eye out on that. So perhaps I'll take a tape measure with me and measure the differences, see if there actually are any differences. But I thought that was something pretty interesting that you guys might find interesting as well. Well, I think that's going to go ahead and do it for today's video. Not a whole lot of crazy stuff, like I said. We did get a very rare Gen 1 variant, a very awesome alternate mold tagged Scary Movie mask, as well as a pretty sweet Fun World Div Stalker, which of course is not for me, it's going over to my buddy John. I think the next video I release is going to be another collection tour. It's been quite a while since we've done one, and there's definitely been a lot of stuff added since that last one, so I'm excited to get one of those done, so be looking forward to that in the near future. Nothing left to do but give you guys a good close-up of everything. If you like this video, please leave a like, comment, and let me know what your favorite piece from today's video was. Love you all, thank you for watching, and see you next time.